You must have been tired. You had freshly done sausages just sitting on the air fryer. Y'all must have just knocked out randomly. Bless your heart. I text you. I can't open the garage. But when I pulled out, the garage was open, so I thought you were up. Apparently, somebody just left the garage open.
No, I sent out a message.
Oh. Oh, okay. Thank you. So sweet. So kind. Hi. Hi, big boy.
Hey! Out the way.
You want to play football? You want to play football with Daddy? The controller is over there.
Glad to have you with us from Dallas, Texas at Gerald J. Ford Stadium as a couple of teams square off in the Serve Pro First Responders Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see a team from the American, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
That shit is bullshit. I'm about to start acting like fire in this bitch. Send me somewhere else. Send me somewhere else.
They've had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams had taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go. You've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Dukes offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's the pressure. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Let's talk for a second about James Madison. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program was because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs are out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
They'll try the run. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. All right, guys, let's look big picture at James Madison. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman, gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition.
That is sucked out. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Dukes are on the move. They'll go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Let's talk for a second about James Madison. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, James Madison.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all of his ability on that TV.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll run it from the gun. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Lewis to throw. Pocket breaking down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job. This time around. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll run it. Lewis to throw. Pocket breaking down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job. Another play.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Turning it on. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Memphis picking up the tempo.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. All down, Liddell moves the sticks as he picks up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, fires downfield. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Really nice timing on that play. Receiver working against zone coverage on the perimeter. He's able to settle down, fight back to the football, and pick up the first.
From the red zone, looking for a man. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The inside handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Tigers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Lewis wants to pass. Rush is on him. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel grouping. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys. And they're 4-1. They got the job done.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll send the back in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Working that left side now. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Dukes look to keep this drive humming. Gives it on the option. Powers through the defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric, he is dynamic, he'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket, and when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That's caught. It's Barber. Turns it on down the left side. 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Dukes. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Lewis to throw. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Memphis wants to move quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play.
There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Memphis. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to take off. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Back to pass. Right on the money. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
All right, defense, it ain't working. Right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. A designed run for the quarterback. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. Going right to work up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls in the deep ball. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Alston. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. New set of downs after the completion. He'll take it himself. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. They build their attack around those big plays, and they've got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they could.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, James Madison.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Lewis wants to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. He's going for it all. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Runs through the tackle. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. And in the waning seconds of the 1st half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. Good right down the boulevard. That brings them to within 1. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, a 1st half that gave us some riveting moments. Not to mention the dramatic and the unexpected. Just a dynamite start to the First Responders Bowl. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the First Responders Bowl.
kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time, and that applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things, and that first half needs some more big plays here to get this W.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man, when the rust comes off after that first half and people get in the rhythm. You've seen big comebacks, so I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial. Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Quick completion on the out. Into enemy territory.
That's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Holds it in. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Fires to the right. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Dukes! They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did, and don't call him a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you can tell the angles just get chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. Tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I better make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tight end now in motion. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Memphis picking up the tempo.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Backed up now, here's second and long. To the ground with the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45. Lewis to throw. With the catch, it's Caldwell. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Sends it downfield. There we go. He's got it. Lots of running room. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Flips it out in the flat. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to... And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And it missed it. After the missed field goal, still an 8-point game, and guys, more importantly, still a 1-possession game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4 years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Flips it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Tigers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Lets it fly on the move. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Got his man downfield. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
Finds the tight end. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Well, I love the play call by the defense there on 4th down. They were expecting pass. They didn't decide to just lay back and play zone coverage. They were going to dial up the pressure. They bring the blitz, and they just overwhelm the offensive line and anyone else trying to protect that quarterback. He had no shot.
And the Dukes can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point of the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock, and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. Off play action. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught close to the marker, it's Barber. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The Dukes are flying down the field. They'll go back to the ground. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to throw. It's Barnett. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. Fitted in the window for the score.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the returner goes down. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it in fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Immediately fires to the middle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic because of those times.
Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on third down coming up. Let's call it third and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Steps away to find some room. Trying to make magic with his feet. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Well, the good news on that play is the quarterback was able to scramble and go pick up the first down with the lead late in the game. Bad news is, though, you just love them to stay in bounds to get this clock started sooner so you can bleed more of it off. That's just a coachable moment moving forward of having a better understanding of the situation in game.
They're dealing with a second and long. Quickly complete.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Back open in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more.
And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown, it is a dagger in this game.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Lewis wants to pass. He's going up top here late in the game. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Here's a throw downfield late. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And he's going to go down